What's going on, guys? We're over here at the garage, Skiff land. I'm gonna give you a bunch of reasons why you should buy this Gheenoe Classic today. We're gonna go over to the garage, the other garage, and do some rearranging. Snag the Gheenoe out of the garage, take it out on the water. We're gonna put it through a bunch of tests. Hopefully, just hopefully, by the end of this video, you're gonna wanna buy this Gheenoe Classic. Made it over to the other garage, and this is going to be the first reason, and I feel like this is a very good reason, is that like you can kind of cram it wherever you want it to go. Now this is like sharing a garage with a J14, but just imagine if this J14 wasn't here. You have this Gheenoe trailer, like the whole setup tucked against the wall all the way, and you still have a ton of garage space left. So if you just have a 10 by 20 like I have, you're in good shape. The J14 is out of there. Now I'm going to show you reason number 2 why this is such a cool boat to have around. It is so light. I guarantee you I could probably pull this out of the ramp by hand. It's just so light. Like, honestly, I got a big Ram Hemi. Guarantee you could pull this around with like a Volkswagen Jetta, 4-cylinder Jetta. You probably don't even need all 4 cylinders. You could probably be down a cylinder. Got the old misfire on the Volkswagen Jetta, and you could probably still pull this in and out of the ramp. It's so light. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some measurements, because the measurements are what make this particular Gheenoe stand out from all the other 13s and 15 4s, in my opinion. We're talking about a 16-foot hull. In total, from the back of the motor to the tongue of the trailer, it's about 19.5 feet long. But the hull itself is 16 feet long. Now, the width of this hull is 4 feet long, and it makes it an incredibly stable ride. Night and day difference from the 15 4s. I've had a bunch of 15 4s, I've had a bunch of 13s, and let's just say not the most stable boat on the market. And when I got this one, I specifically got it because of how wide it is, and I really just wanted to test out how stable it is in comparison to the 15 4s and the 13s. And like I said, night and day difference. I can't wait for you to see how stable it is on the water. I'm gonna do a bunch. I'm gonna sit on the side, which is something you absolutely cannot do with a 15 4. I'm gonna stand up on the casting deck in the back. I'm gonna stand all the way to the side. I'm gonna go through choppy water. I'm gonna move left and right. I'm gonna show you exactly how stable this boat is, because it's just wildly impressive in my opinion. It's what turned it from just a Gheenoe to a Skiff in my eyes. So I talk about it a lot because it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to you if you're going from a 15 4, or if you've had bad experiences with a 15 4. Don't count this one out just yet. We're gonna do a little bit of an overview. Here in the bag, we got a 2016 Yamaha 25 horsepower 4-stroke short shaft. And we got a nice 6-gallon gas tank, which is a little overkill. I get to fill it up and go out a couple of times before I even need to top it off again. Here in the back, we have a custom casting deck with brand new EVA boat flooring on the top. It's very comfortable, it's very sturdy, and it's really nice to stand up back here and fish off of. We got some EVA flooring throughout. We got a step right here to get on, but also whenever you're just sitting right here, it's really nice to rest your feet right there. We got a brand new starting battery underneath, hidden away, tucked away, wired all the way back here to the motor. Nice storage under there as well if you want to keep a Gatorade or a little backpack. New dock lines throughout, EVA. This is a little bit older EVA, but it is on there. It's very sticky, and this is a little more thick than that back there, so it's very comfortable to stand on. Let's see, got a nice hatch up here with tons of storage all the way around. Like, for it to be a Gheenoe 16, you know, there's tons of storage on here. This I believe you could turn into a live well if you wanted to. Up here is a perfect place for a bow mount trolling motor. If you saw in one of my last videos, I forgot to put the pin in that holds it in place, and I lost it going over some wake. It is now somewhere at the bottom of the intercoastal here in Jacksonville, Florida, but it did look really good when I had it on there. I was gonna put the trolling motor from the J16 build on this one, but it turned out working really nicely on the J16. So I'm keeping my options open for what is going to end up on the front of this Gheenoe Classic. The trailer is a really, really nice Continental trailer. Nice new wheels and tires. The axle, there's really no rust on this trailer at all. The leaf springs are good. The lights are good. I hold the boat down with one of the black straps from Harbor Freight. I think it looks really nice. I brought a nice sheen back to it when I first did the build, but I really did like a quick one-step type of deal, so we lost a little bit of the sheen, but I can bring it back if I sat and took some time to really bring the shine out of this gel coat. It's still a lot more than what it was, but the oxidation started to come back because I rushed it for the video, but I can get the shine back for sure. I've gotten shine back from a lot worse. But yeah, as far as the boat, there she is, and just overall really good condition. The fiberglass is super good, super strong, stable all the way throughout. We're about to take it out on the water and talk about some more reasons why this should be in your garage as well. So yeah, let's get to it. On the way to the boat ramp, I'm gonna crack open one of these Berry Boost smoothies and let you know how it is. It only has 20 milligrams of sodium, so it works with my DASH diet, fighting against heart failure on this one. But I just wanted to stop and let you know that this video is not gonna be full of pros. There's gonna be some cons in here too, so you're gonna get a really transparent look of what's up with this Gheenoe Classic. So hopefully at the end you don't feel like this is just a 100% upsell. You're gonna see some downsides to it as well. But I still think it's worth the money, and I still think it's a good deal at the end of the video. Just pulled up the Publix for the next reason that I think you should buy this Gheenoe is you're not like taking up a bunch of space. You don't have to go like park in the back of a parking lot. You can just find a little double spot and just park right there. In this situation, I'm right in the front. I just stopped at the gas station to top it off. Only $8 to top it off. So that's another huge upsell, that if you just keep topping it off, then it's really just $8 per every other trip. And that's great in this economy. The other reason why I wanted to stop right here and talk about it is because I transitioned to all black fuel lines a couple videos ago. So I rid the gray bad fuel lines that have the inner straw that can deteriorate. So this one's already transitioned to the black fuel hose from AutoZone. So I just pulled up to the Beach Boulevard boat ramp, which is one of the more serious boat ramps here in Jacksonville. But I just wanted to say that you technically don't even need a proper boat ramp for a boat like this. You can kind of just back her on down the shoreline somewhere, and she's light enough and nimble enough that you can just kind of toss her in. Another thing that I love about this boat is just how easy it is. It's super luxurious with the electric start. It's literally just a push of a button. Whisper quiet and just ready to rock and roll. Today we're gonna set sail going south. We're gonna try and find some really skinny water to get in so we can like really show what these Ghenoes are made for. So we're gonna try and find some skinny water. We're gonna find some open water. We're gonna find some rough water, hopefully. We don't want it to be too easy of a ride. We really wanna show what this Gheenoe can do. So we're gonna set sail south and see what we can get into. The current is always ripping getting through this bridge, and sometimes with like a 15.4 and a 9.9 or even a 15, sometimes it's a little tough to get through, But with this 25, it makes it easy work of getting under these big bridges. You notice in any of my videos, I'm usually going north towards the sandbar in that direction. And to be quite honest, the last time I went south was the day that me and my brother-in-law flipped on the 15-4. So it's been a little crazy. It's been something in my mind, at least, when I think about going north or going south this direction. So to be going out there on a Gheenoe again, that just shows you how much I trust the classics as opposed to the 15-4s. It definitely would take a lot more to sink this bad boy than it did with the 15-4. It's night and day difference. Just hopping out of the no wake zone right there. So we're about to open her up. I don't have literally any weight up front. The first rip, I had a trolling motor up front. The second rip, I had a couple of deep cycle batteries. I've never been on the Gheenoe Classic with another person, but I do think it would be beneficial to keep the front of the boat down when I'm trying to get on plane. Sometimes when I don't have any weight up front, just the angle of the motor, it does want to porpoise a little bit at full speed. So I just get up to full speed, hop on plane, and then kind of tone it down just a little bit to get it to stop porpoising, get it to even out. But yeah, we're about to open her up. Definitely am porpoising quite a bit. I need some more weight in the front at full speed, but we are cooking though. I figure I'd take a little chill, crack open a Powerade Zero, eat a little snack, and just kind of cruise through the cool parts of town over here on the water. It sure is nice back here. Check out the boats a little bit, check out the houses. It's definitely a vibe out here on the Gheenoe Classic, which super versatile. If you want to go fish, if you want to go cruise, you can basically do it all. It's such a cool balcony. Peek out, look at your big scout. Not a bad way to live. I kind of feel like that might be where I reside this summer. On the old pontoon with the slide. Might be a pontoon guy this summer, who knows? Cruising back out of here, standing on the back platform. And I just feel like that's just not an option on a 15-4. This whole video is not like designed to really dog on 15-4s. It really is just to highlight the classic. I don't know if you've ever tried to pee off the side of a 15-4, but impossible. Cruising up to the spot, and this is for sure just about the skinniest spot that I can think of. We're gonna get back there. This is the first con that I have. It's not the easiest to lift that motor up. The thing's on the side, but sometimes it is a very stable boat, but sometimes you gotta really get back there. All right, it looks like we got some oyster beds right here pretty high up, so I'm gonna see what we can do as far as getting back here. But I just want to show you what this thing can do, so we are gonna get back there nonetheless. I'm like laying on the bow using my tiller extension to pull through here. All right, we made it in. It's actually really deep in the middle, but because of this broken tree or whatever it is, you definitely can't take a bigger boat back here. But it's like an inch or two of water, and then you also have to avoid this. So I mean, the Gheenoe can get back here. Other boats might not be able to get back here because it is skinny enough to squeeze past. I'm a little out of breath, but yeah, I'm about to hop off and see how far we can get back here. Obviously, everything would be easier. 1, if you had a paddle. 2, if you had a trolling motor. 3, if you could just get out and walk and pull the boat, which I'm sure you could, but it is very soft over here, so I'll be doing some sinking and some like very cool. But yeah, so I don't have any of those things. I actually didn't plan on getting back in this particular one. This one is super hard to get back to. Let's see how this wake affects us back here. But yeah, I know you're probably like banging on the screen that it sucks that I don't have a rod and reel back here. I'm very upset about it as well. But it is what it is. I could probably jump out right here and grab a fish by hand, to be honest, but like that's kind of what we're dealing with right here. But you can see that a little more high tide back here. You can see why it's so fishy. It's probably very fishy back there. But it's good to know not to just keep cruising back here with all these submerged trees and whatnot. But with the Gheenoe, technically you could get out and pull this thing over this log right here. Bait fish literally jumping out of the water. A little higher tide, you could cruise along this left side and get more towards the back. But what a dream for fishing back here. It's literally, I would say, oh man, don't scratch up the boat now. I would say maybe 5 or 6 feet deep right here in the middle. Taking out a tree back there. Let me get back forward into my locking position. But yeah, pretty cool. Tide has gone out a little bit more, so we got a little bit more to see of what's underneath. But the current's pretty much pushing us out slow and steady, so I don't have to like do too much. All I gotta do is keep us away from this. But see, it's literally like 2 inches deep at the entrance right here. So once I get over there, I'll probably paddle through again and then motor out of here. Look, you can see the rain coming in across the water. No rain right here. Rain. Oh yeah, that feels really nice. I'm not even mad about it. That was kind of beautiful to see as well. I'm gonna keep pushing out of here and then catch back up with you when we're ripping it out of here. Took a little bit of wiggling, a little persuasion to get out of that canal. Rain finally stopped, or at least settled down to a sprinkle. A little bit of carnage from the tree back there. Nothing that'll won't wash out, won't buff out. But yeah, we're back on open water now. We're gonna start cruising north. So we're gonna surf this thing out of here, open it up a little bit. Kind of hard to tell, but I'm sitting on the side. And some chop too. And we still got some inches on this side. Just wanted to show you kind of what it's like. Don't get me wrong, that was a little squirrely. And it could possibly be even more squirrely if I weighed more than I do, but we didn't sink, and I've never tried that on a 15.4. Honestly, I don't want to try it. But yeah, I was sitting right here, hanging out a little bit, and we're still dry up here, so that's good. I just feel like that's a huge test for these Gheenoe Classics, any Gheenoe at all. Like standing over here on the side, and we're not taking on water, is impressive in my book. I literally dragged a 15.4 off the bottom of the intercoastal up there. So I feel like I have a little more say in how like unstable a 15.4 is. Don't get me wrong, we've caught some fish on a 15.4. We've cruised down these same waters that I just did on a 15.4. We've gone to the sandbar, we've done everything on a 15.4 that we're doing on here. It just feels more grounded on this Classic, just safer in general. Even like coming against these little rollers coming at us, some white caps up top, it's just not as bad. I don't know, I love this boat though. I wish I could just keep it in my garage for forever, because it's really not taking up space. It's not a big deal, but I mean, gotta make room for the next project. All right, blast off. Keeping that nose up a little bit, it's really not that bad. Hitting these white caps coming at us. Maybe like quarter throttle, half throttle. Tilted all the way up. Not bad. I'm staying pretty dry too. I can wear my dress clothes right now and be all right. I want to preface that I haven't adjusted the motor at all to keep the nose up like that. I'm literally just like tickling the throttle a little bit, like it's about to get on plane, but then I'll let go just a little bit just to keep it up, just to bounce off of these wakes instead of taking them on over the bow. Definitely not a no wake zone, but that was kind of rough. Gheenoe Classic handles it well, but I probably would have slowed down for the homies. It's all good. It's all good. No harm, no foul. I get it. Fast-paced lifestyle, and I'm over here slowing down, smelling the roses. Almost got waked out under a bridge. All good. All right, we just touched down back in the no wake zone. Prop this up, hang out up here, and just talk about her. Why should you buy this particular Gheenoe Classic? I'm gonna hit you with some pros and cons. Pros is It's fast. The 25 on this Gheenoe Classic absolutely just pushes it through the water. Top speed is somewhere between 33 and 36. I'm not 100% sure what prop is on it, but it is a new prop. I bought it from a dealership over in New Smyrna Beach, and he really cared about his Yamahas. And you can tell just by the performance of this one, because I mean, it is a used motor, but very well taken care of. Definitely have a few more scratches than it did before this voyage, just hitting it against those trees back there in the backwaters. But I mean, it'll buff out. The throttle, or the tiller extension, is very useful. You can literally stand up here and steer the boat. What are some more pros? A lot of storage here is very nice. I keep a bunch of stuff in there: snacks, drinks, backpack, tripods, batteries, a bunch of stuff up there. Up there you literally have storage from right here all the way to the very tippy tip of the bow, and you can just shove a bunch of stuff in there. I got stuff in there that I don't even remember is in there. A bunch of old ropes and fishing rod reels, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff up there. And the hatch is watertight. Everything up there is watertight. So dry storage under here is not dry, but there's a lot of storage nonetheless. Very stable. Look, I'll spread the feet out and give you a little shake. Very stable. A pro is that you can get out there and have a lot of fun fishing. You know, it's up to you if you want to go out for a blaster like I usually go out on. I haven't particularly fished this one yet, but I have fished a lot of 15.4s, and I can tell you that it's just this one would just be a dream in comparison. Fishing two people, definitely way better with two people, unless you want to pile up a bunch of weight up front. Like I said, on the very first maiden voyage, it was a lot less porpoising just because of the trolling motor. And I mean, that's less than 100 pounds, and it evened it out real nicely. It's all about distribution, and that is kind of like one of the cons with just any Gheenoe in general, because it's so light. Me sitting back here with the motor and a full tank of gas, there's a lot of weight back here, and considering how light it is, without like electric tilt, it would be hard to even it out with nothing up there. If you got some stuff up there, some weight in the front, you're golden. But I mean, just another excuse to bring the son out, bring the dad out, bring the wife out, whatever. Bring somebody else out to share the experience. And it would just make the ride a whole lot more smooth for you both. But yeah, there's not anything that I've run into that this boat can't handle. You can tell a little bit whenever you're cruising at full speed and you get into a little like rippy current pocket. You'll kind of like feel it kind of tug. Something that you don't really feel in other skiffs or bigger boats, bigger bay boats and whatnot. You'll feel it kind of tug you. And you guys just have to like counter steer a little bit into the current just to stay true. So that is a little bit of a con, that it's such a light boat that it'll rip you around a little bit if you're not careful. But it's also a pro because it's so light that you can just pull it through a backwater if you have to. You can pull it over sand if the spot gets a little too skinny. So it's like a double-edged sword as far as how light it is. But yeah, a bunch of pros, not really any cons. Like the cons that I'm talking about are just things that I feel should be noted, but they're not cons that are like deal breakers, if that makes sense. If we're talking about a 15.4, the bad stability that it has is more of like a deal breaker con. Even back here with how, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's a little more of a process to tilt the motor up, because you got to reach back to the bracket back here and then stand up and reach the handle on the back of the cowling to lift it up. It is a little more difficult, I would say. So it's not something you can do like on the fly. But the push to start is very nice, very luxurious, definitely a pro. If you had a trolling motor on here, dude, fishing machine. You can literally like cruise under docks. You don't even have to like fish the docks from the outside. You can just cruise right up under the dock. That's how like skinny this thing gets. But yeah, I'm gonna pull her out of the ramp and talk about a little more pros and cons, maybe another overview of the exterior. We'll see what we get into up there on dry land. Back on dry land, super easy to trailer. That's another pro for sure. You come back here, you can see that if there's anything squirrely at all with the trailering, it's so light you can just literally move it on the trailer. So trailering it is a dream. Very, very easy compared to like bigger boats that you have to make it 100% perfect in the water. We brought a couple twigs back with us. No harm in that. The casting deck, I feel, makes this boat. I've never had one without it, but this thing is really nice. You get up just high enough, you can see really well. The front deck is super nice. I wired in a plug for a trolling motor. So the other end, the male end, is on the bottom of the intercoastal, is still connected to the Minn Kota 55 co-pilot that I had up front. So, but I can tell you what plug to get if you want to use that plug. The storage is great. You could fit a bunch of stuff in here. I already went over this earlier, but I guess I just want to talk about it one more time. Why should you buy this Gheenoe Classic? It's like the adventurer. Like, you can do so much with this Gheenoe Classic, and I feel I have it priced really well. I'm not trying to rob any banks on it. If you watch the Gheenoe build video, you know everything about the boat already. I would price this boat probably in the 6,500 range. So that's what I'm gonna list it at on Facebook Marketplace. 6,500-ish. Definitely more towards that 65-7 mark with the trolling motor. But if you're watching this video and you email me or you message me on Facebook Marketplace, if you're watching this video and you're coming to the post from this video, then I'm looking to sell it to somebody who watches the videos. I would sell it to them for $5,000. I think that's a steal for this boat and what it can do, what kind of fish it can put you on, the condition that it's in. It's just really overall good condition. I'm not making any money on that, but I just feel that it's a good price. Like, so why should you buy this one? At a really good price point, you get out there and start catching some fish, get in some skinny water, and really putting a hurting on those reds in this area. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm down to meet up with you somewhere, probably like within an hour or two from here. Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Titles for everything. And yeah, if you have any questions about the nitty gritties, you can go back and watch the Gheenoe build video. So yeah, if you're coming from this video, it's gonna be 5K, which I think is great for the Yami 25 4-stroke with low hours. I'll give you all a look around with that. Definitely scratch it up. That hurts my feelings bad. Nice prop on there. Well, yeah, if you want to take it for a rip, whatever you want to do, man, it's going to be for sale. I'm going to post it right after this video goes live. And we're going to go from there. Super transparent. So if you have any questions about it, you'll be able to watch the videos on it and really get up to speed with it. Structurally, really good. The fish is really good. It's super stable, super fast. This isn't like the usual videos. It's kind of like the usual videos that I post, but not as personal and vlog type. This one's definitely more for a reason. So if you made it to this point of the video, you're a legend for sure, because it's a little bit different. But yeah, I figure why not try and use the channel to maybe put this boat in someone else's hands. That way it's like there's no questions, you know what I mean? You know exactly what you're getting. You have a video of the build, you have a video of it ripping. Like there's just no questions, no concerns. But yeah, just as transparent as possible. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Oh, another pro, at least with this Yami, whenever I get home and wash it down, it's literally, you hook the hose up right here to do a like the rinse out the motor, which is really nice considering right now I have a Suzuki 50 4-stroke on the J16, and it doesn't have this option to rinse out the motor. So I got to put the muffs on it. That makes it super easy because I can literally just hook a hose up to it while I'm rinsing the rest of the boat down, and it'll just be cleaning out everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna yap too much about it. I feel like the adventure that it provides kind of sells itself, and just everything being functional. Obviously, it'd be nice to throw a trolling motor on here. I have trolling motors if you want one to go with it. It's not the Co-Pilot, but it's a Riptide. So yeah, I feel like it's a good setup for 5,000. And I mean, hit me up, dude. I'll put my email in the description below. And I'm super active on my email, so I'll be responsive rather fast. And yeah, if you have any questions, you know, hit me up, comment. Overall though, it was a fun day on the water. I feel like we got to cross or check a couple boxes. We got to get super skinny, literally maybe an inch of water, and we got to go out in some chop, so I can show you how that handles. We got to hit some oncoming wake, and we got to hit some like big oncoming wake from that one boat. Definitely couldn't blast over that, but you got to take it easy, and it worked out. Let's see how much gas we have left. I was out there for a couple of hours. Oh, yeah, super heavy still. Probably didn't even kill a gallon, to be honest. That 25.4 stroke just sips gas. So yeah, another look through everything. Tons of storage, more storage, battery storage, enough room back here to wire up a bilge pump for sure. I never really needed. I guess there was one time that from my own mistakes I could have used a bilge pump, but it's no big deal. Me personally, I just yank the plug and open it up on the water and just let water go out the drain hole. But yeah, I had a lot of fun building this boat. Had way more fun looking at it whenever the trolling motor was on the front. But if you go a mile this way, right between the two channel markers, right before the sandbar that I usually go to, it's at the bottom of the intercoastal over there. Yeah, it fell off in the Gheenoe maiden voyage video, if you want to go check that out. RIP to the Co-Pilot. But yeah, 5K, hit me up. Yeah, I don't think I can go lower than that because I have more than that in it at this point. But yeah, I feel like that's a good deal. So I guess I'm gonna cut the video right there. I don't know what else to talk about. Like, I guess I could talk about the Gheenoe all day. I could talk about any of the boats all day. But yeah, appreciate you watching the video. Anybody who likes, comments, subscribes, just views the video, you guys are all legends. You've been making my life really, really, really fun lately. Every time I post a video, I get super excited to sit there and chat with you guys in the comments, have a good time. And I just can't, like, everybody who's like showing love in any way, big or small, like just making my life, I don't know, things are working out right now. If you watch more of the videos, you'll understand why that's a bigger deal. But yeah, can't thank you guys enough. I'm glad you guys came with me on the water today, just for a little rip. It's a little rip to showcase the Gheenoe Classic. The hull is a year 2000, I believe. I forgot to say that earlier. But yeah, Any questions, let me know. Email is going to be in the description. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. I guess I'm going to go back to the J16 content after this one. But yeah, appreciate you for watching, tagging along. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.